For my folks at home, kind of hard to play the review game along with us in class because we just spent like, I don't know, 45 minutes or so going over this in class, and I only get 15 minutes to make the video, so we're going to do a very, very quick video where we cover the questions that we went over today in sink, sail, or swim. Here's the way that we played this. You had a choice. If you answered it right, you could sink somebody on the other team, you could sail and get a point, or you can swim and rescue people. Here's our map. Maya adds 6 grams of sugar to a bottle containing 14 grams of warm water. We did this in class. What's the weight of the sugar and the water? Well, you add 6 and 14 and you get 20 because parts of the whole. A balloon with a mass of 5 grams is blown up and popped. If you have the pieces of the balloon, all the pieces, and you weighed them, they would still weigh 5 grams, class, right? Because, again, parts of the whole. I would say, and you probably would agree with me, that we nailed the parts of the whole questions today, right? I think people have got that down. A 100-kilogram rock broken into 5 smaller rocks. What's the mass of the 5 rocks? Again, parts of the whole. If it's a 100-kilogram rock, it's 100 kilograms of broken small rocks. What's an activity that results in a new material being formed? If a new material is being formed, another way to say that is chemical change. Plowing a field is not a chemical change. Ironing a shirt is not a chemical change, and tearing paper certainly is not a chemical change. It is burning of wood. A rock weighed 50 grams is broken into 2 pieces. This is one of the 3 toughest questions of the day. What's the possible weights of the 2 pieces of rock? Well, if you have a 50-kilogram rock and you break it in 2, the 2 pieces together should weigh 50. So it can't be 20 and 20 because that's 40. 30 and 30 is 60, and 25 and 2 is 27. 30 and 20 equals 50, so that was our answer on that one. Jasmine bought a 525-gram bag of unfrozen popsicles. What describes the mass of the popsicles when they were completely frozen? Again, parts of the whole. Frozen popsicles versus the liquid popsicles is still going to be 525 grams. What's the best example of a change that cannot be undone? If you can't undo it, it is a chemical change. Clay put into an oven, that can be undone. Clay put into an oven is a chemical change, so that can't be undone. Cake batter cannot be undone, and burning a match cannot be undone. However, if you leave chocolate in your bag at the pool and it melts, or you leave it in the car and it melts, you can put that package of chocolate in the freezer. Now, that will not form a perfect Hershey bar again, will it? No, but you can freeze it back into solid chocolate. Leslie places 5 pounds of ice in a 1-pound bucket. The next day, she notices the ice is melted. She weighs the bucket and the ice. Well, that's 5 and 1. 5 and 1 is 6. And still not one. While working in the yard, John and his dad trimmed some trees. They put the branches into a machine. We watched that machine in class today make mulch. If they created 10 kilograms of mulch, they obviously had to have 10 kilograms of sticks to do that. Can I get through this before they finish sweeping up the Orbeez on the floor is the whole goal. Let's see if we can win this game. Bob puts 200 grams of ice into a pitcher. Now they're racing. With 900 grams of water. He gets distracted, comes back and finds out that the ice is melted. How many grams? Well, 200 grams of ice, 900 grams of water is 1,100 grams. They're really racing. I hate they can't see this at home. This is awesome. Sue's making pudding for her family. She mixes 490 grams of milk with 90 grams of pudding mix. If you put those two together, 490 plus 90 is 580. What's an example of a different substance? If it's a different substance, it's a chemical change. And we've said if you burn something, it is a chemical change, so wood burning. James put some water in a pan. He put the pan on the stove and turned the stove on low. He's turned the stove on. Water will not melt. Water will not form a solid on your stove. If that happens, let me know. I want to come watch that. And water will not condense until it's evaporated. Water evaporates when you put it on the stove, whether it's on low or high. Energy from the sun changes a liquid to a gas. Liquid to a gas is water to water vapor. That is called evaporation. What process of the water cycle returns water to the surface? Well, condensation is cloud formation. That's not returning anything to the surface. Somebody knocked that out of their hand so that I win. Precipitation is rain, sleet, snow, and hail. That is how you get water back to earth. Transpiration is like plants, quote unquote, sweating when they lose water through their leaves. Evaporation is when you turn water into gas and it goes up. That's right before condensation. You guys beat me. That's great. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. Which of the following is an example of a chemical change? You can't undo this. It's not clouds forming because clouds can turn into rain and they can move around in the different states of matter because it's water. It's not sugar dissolving. We can undo that. It's a candle burning. Last one. What type of change occurs when the size, shape, or appearance of a substance is changed? If I just change the size, shape, or the appearance of the volume, I'm not changing it to a new substance. It's the same thing. That is a physical change. Almost got you. That would have been very close. Hopefully that helps out with the people at home. I'll try to post the States of Matter review game so you can kind of go through it and quote-unquote play it on your own as well. And if you have questions, send me an email.